Just came across an overdrive a833. Unfortunately, a little bit of water got in it, so definitely in worse condition. There is rust on everything, but doesn't look overly damaged. That clicking noise is just things not lined up right because I have the shift forks removed. I'm sure if I put the shift forks back in, realign the sliders, it'd probably go away. It's probably that one right there. Oh, I was wrong. And it's, oh, this one right here. Oh, it's because I got that pulled out. There we go. Darn, what a shame. Another issue I was going to run into with finding this one is, yes, I have my right tail shaft, so yeah, that's a good thing, but different bearing retainer, it's not going to fit in my bell housing. So I'm going to have to, I'm not sure what I'm going to have to do yet. Potentially a new bell housing. Sure spin smooth, quiet, even though the rust is in there. Might just fill it up with oil and let it sit for a while, see what happens. But back to this. So this may also help with the issue of the input shaft being too long. A lot of people cut that 3/4 of an inch off of here, but I wonder if I put a spacer in here. I mean, it doesn't have to be the full 3/4 of an inch, just far enough to get the bell housing to go over this. And then I don't see any reason why that wouldn't work. We have a little spacer plate in here. That way I don't change any relation to the clutch to the bell housing as far as clutch shift linkage and stuff like that. The only real difference is this would be pulled out a little bit. You can see usually the clutch rides a little out. I don't know how it would run on what I'm replacing it with. Obviously this didn't come out of what I'm putting it into. So looks like 23 spline on here, so I might as well go ahead and order the clutch. And I could put a little bit of grease on here and push it in and see how far it pushes it up so I can see what my engagement is on there. Of course, that won't work because that's too long still. I don't know what the input shaft is actually like inside here. I could switch the entire gear set over to the other housing. That'd give me my smaller retainer, smaller input bearing. It's probably not a good idea. Either way, this is gonna have to come apart so I can clean all those gears. Right now, like I said, I'm just gonna bathe it in oil. Try to slow down the corrosion. Really would like to have this tranny in there. Have that overdrive would be nice. Plan on doing a lot of highway driving, so not so much city. And to be honest, very little racing, if any at all. So some might consider that a waste, but I just want to drive it. Decisions. So I'll think on it and look up some more stuff. Probably gonna look real hard into spacing this out. As long as I can keep my thread engagement, that's probably gonna be what I do. And of course this has to stay engaged into the throwout bearing, but it looks like originally it only goes to here, so that's still quite a bit of space. So that should be fine. I could be wrong on where I guess I should wipe that off and look for the witness marks. It kind of looks like right there, huh? Just could be wrong. Maybe all the way to here. So I'll let you know. Today I'm going to be working on building the transmission. I already took it apart, cleaned it. I got a few videos of how rusty it was. I did not do any videos of taking it apart or really of cleaning it. Just boring stuff. So, though, I don't know, you might have found it interesting. Oh well, damage is done. So, got my rebuild kit from Brewer's Performance. Really quite happy with the stuff that they provided so far. So, here we go. Got these zip ties on the main shaft to keep it from all the synchros and everything from coming apart. Here goes the little springy, I want to call them dogs, but I don't remember what the actual term is for them. Little guys in here. Oh, there it is. Oh no, I forgot about that snap ring. I don't know if these are strong enough to do that one. Well, this might have just stalled out really fast. Those, some of the crappiest snap ring pliers in the world, followed closely by those are actually the crappiest in the world. Hey, that's where that screwdriver went. So I'm trying to take off. Oh, you know what? It's probably gonna be better. I'm trying to take off this snap ring here on the end. Oh, the pliers don't go far enough to do it. I don't have enough throw. By just barely. There's no way these are gonna do it. These are the crappiest in the world. Yep, see? Got these for the other snap rings. I don't know if I'll have enough to do this. Really not designed for this style. Okay, after struggling far too long and breaking tools that were being used in ways they were not meant to be used, ran over to the old hardware store and got some other tools that are probably not going to work. Hopefully they don't work better than the other ones didn't work, so. Come on, come on, come on. All right. All right, all right. Okay. Finally, I can throw these things away. Put them back there and then end up putting them back in my drawer and then to suffer through them another day. Okay. Now I've already had this apart Cleaned most of it. See, I sprayed it all with WD. Just collected some film, some lint, things like that. So that'll all have to be cleaned off. A little wipe down with what should be lint-free rags, but will not be lint-free rags. There, now a snap ring that these pliers can handle. Hopefully they're not too broken, or that will be frustrating. Okay, here comes some more of those little spring pieces. Another snap ring. Okay. You'll see a little bit of kind of rusty residue from the cleaning. Wipe down. I got some actual assembly goo from Brewers. I'll put a little bit on all that. Start putting it back together. This stuff is awesome. I didn't show you, I did do one part off camera for the tranny. Put the new bearing on the input shaft. Pretty sure I recorded cutting this off. Pretty confident I did. I also put the new needle bearings in there with the new retaining ring. That assembly goo helps a ton with keeping those needle bearings in there. Okay, let's see if I can get this all put on here wrong. Slides right in. Beautiful. Okay. Brand new synchros. So shiny. Little bit different than mine. Mine don't have these little grooves. To goo or not to goo? Put just a smidge on there so it's not dry, and I know I'm probably gonna sit there and spin everything on the bench. So at least then it'll have a little bit of lube. I believe going that way. No, that one went on there. This. Goes the other way. Dang, I laid it all out, all fancy, so I would get it right. Then forgot which way it went. That fits nice and tight like it did the first time. We're going to hold off on that for a second. Bearing out of the way. Get this bearing out of the way. I don't believe these are different at all. Oh, they have a dot on them. Dot probably goes one way or the other. Sure, in some manual somewhere. Actually, I do have a manual somewhere. I'll go grab my computer here in a second. I'm gonna put these all on facing the same way. And then go grab my manual. Let's see if I have to flip all of them or none of them. A little bit of a gamble. That spring was coming out. Hopefully you can see what I'm doing. Now I did this the other time, this part was a wee bit of a struggle. Got 4 things to hold with 2 hands. Probably like a tool. Something makes this super easy. Something else I need to check is to make sure this slide ring is going on the right way. Boom, probably figure out that's wrong. We'll grab the computer. Tricky part's gonna be I have the manual for the 70. This is not a 70 transmission, so gonna have to read between the lines a little. Okay. Doesn't tell you where they go, because you're not supposed to remove them. So that's a win, I think. Looking back, did I grease that gear? Yeah, splines. Probably don't need to grease it. Okay, this bad boy does need grease though, because it definitely spins on the shaft. Just a light film on this. Again, probably a mistake, but we're gonna commit to it. At least I'm gonna commit to it. You're gonna find out whether it worked or didn't. At least then you can or can't. Oh, missed part. Ooh. Man, it's just a real pain to get into gear. I don't know. So weird. Dropping it in. Did I get it backwards after all? That is definitely not correct. Oh, this is gonna be fun. That means I gotta take the other part off too, huh? Or I commit to pulling those little struts out of there. You get a piece of wood on here. Precision. Okay, lock this piece in, then we'll do the old flippy flop. Oop, actually, might have a new snap ring for that. That's a ticket right there. Maybe. Help a whole bunch if some idiot hadn't broke my snap ring pliers. Trying to make them do things they weren't intended for. There we go, that's in. Back to putting these guys in, docks out. That went a lot smoother. Clearly just had to worm the old digits up. Oh yeah. Nope. Definitely nope. 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 Looks like we're reusing this one. This kit came with most of the snap rings so far. Not all of them. Bearing go first? That does look like a snappy snap goes there. Oh, no, it's round. No snappy snap. Okay, this bad boy went facing in. New bearing does not have a clip. So take this off, put it on the new bearing so it's fully in our way while installing. See if you're still recording. Yep, I think. Oop. With any luck, this thing will walk on there, kind of like that other bearing did. I won't have to get out a punch or nothing. So, of course, that would mean it was gonna smash my fingers. Be ideal if I had a press, but I don't. At least not here. Just walking it on, back and forth, nice and easy. Don't jam it too hard one way. Don't jam it too hard the other way. Little bites. Takes forever. Well, that stinks. Gear spun while I was doing that. Let's just show you. Synchro hopped out. Hopefully I noticed it before it damaged it. At least now, when I get done putting this all together and everything's wrong, I can go, well, that was the problem right there. Shouldn't have done that. Gives me my known point of failure. Ooh, got a little snug. Okay, Okay, let's see here. I guess I can just do, I want to do this, but shouldn't take much. It's almost enough. Hit it on the other side. Which now that I flippy flopped it all the way around, it's probably the same side I just hit it on, but oh, that's better. Or at least it will be better. Oh, there we go. Okay, let's check for damage. Doesn't look damaged. Doesn't look mushroomed. Oh, felt it. Felt the bottom out. Nice check on that side. Check on this side. Yep. It's got that spring. Oh yeah. Okay. Spins. Spins. Feeling good. Snap ring. Was not that snap ring. This snap ring. Woo. My luck, that thing would have broke. Oh yeah, there we go. Okay, hopefully that's the right direction. We will find out eventually. Next side. Okay, I believe it went this way. So a little grease on there. Let's put a little on this thrust surface here. Bearing, or not bearing, synchro. Boop. This goes a little bit this way, I believe. Looking good. Probably just go ahead and snap ring it right away. Fancy pantsy new snap ring pliers that surprisingly from the hardware store did not break first try. So, oh, did not break second try. Ooh, dang. Okay, these guys do the dot facing in this time. You know, before I get to doing this, should check that check the position. Looks like that side, skinny side in. Dots facing in. I don't know if I even showed you a little dot on there. That's what I'm talking about. Skinny side, that's dirty. Guess that's what happens when you rebuild on a sawdust cover table. The other synchro surface, I believe, is input shaft. So that back in there for looks. Should wrap this up so it's safe. Just for the time being. Okay. Tail shaft housing the media blaster. Painted it with some engine paint. Now I get to see how much of the glass beads got in there. Oh, only, all of them. No, it's not that bad. I mean, I can see them in there, but nothing a decent cleaning shouldn't be able to fix. If not, then we have our next potential failure point when it fails and blows up. Okay, very clearly cannot put that in yet. That's full of glass beads. That would be bad. Okay, it doesn't say what the allowable wear on this tail shaft bushing is supposed to be. Let's see how far I'm off. With again my highest of quality digital calipers, 1675. $8.0. It's about 50 thousandths wear. That's just not a lot. I think we're gonna run it. Worst comes worse, we'll open it up again. If I did not buy the tool to do this, I could make one, but I don't want to. Maybe someday. If I end up doing the other one, I'm not even gonna lie to myself. I'll probably get lazy and do the same thing I just did, so. Need this guy. This one's a little on the rusty side, and I forgot to put in the old media blaster. A little searching, I was able to find a aerosol can that was just a skosh thicker than that. Traced it out, trimmed it out. It might work. Not better than what I had, that's for sure. So, let's see how badly I can cut myself. That seems about right. Then the bearing should go down. Keep it into place. Shouldn't come out. I don't know. 10% chance of working. I feel like this ring has to go in here first. So if I remember right, I actually had to expand it to get it off of there. I thought I had to collapse it, but I was wrong. Starting to question. Putting that bearing in backwards. Oh no, we still got tons of room. Okay. Good, because that was not a happy feeling thinking that. Would have made that a skosh easier. Oh, she's in. Now we get to find out why I did it wrong and have to take it all back apart. But until that terrible moment, whew. Okay, now to where it's going to get tricky. This is where I really wish I knew what I was doing.